Today we will study Bosch process, right? So Bosch process or from water gas. So look at the point number first. Uh, Superheated steam is passed over heated coke at a temperature of 1000 degrees Celsius in a furnace called converters, right? So steam is passed over the temperature of 1000 called converter. Water gas, a mixture of equimolar amounts of carbon monoxide and hydrogen is formed. So you can see here carbon is heated with the water steam at a temperature of 1000 degrees Celsius. So we are getting CO plus H2, that is called water gas. Combination of carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas is called water gas, right? So write the first point, then I will explain next one.
So can you teach all points together, then I'll write all of them together.
Can you speak loudly?
So can you teach all points together? I'll write all of them together.
Okay, okay. Now look at the second point then. So your second point is water gas is reacted with excess steam at a temperature of 450 to 500 degrees Celsius in the presence of catalyst iron oxide. So iron oxide and promoter chromic oxide. A steam is reduced to hydrogen and carbon monoxide is oxidized to carbon dioxide. So you can see on the right hand side, whenever water gas is heated with the steam at a temperature of 450 degrees Celsius, it produces CO2 and hydrogen gas, right? At that time, catalyst of iron oxide or chromic oxide is used here. Okay? So this one is the second point. Now look at the third one. Third one say that carbon dioxide is removed by dissolving it in water at a pressure by
So I did
passing
not
it.
understand the second one.
Okay, second one. Look at the second one. The first step is when carbon is passed through the steam, it produces CO and H2, right? The and combination of CO and H2 is called water gas. And combination of water gas is next steam passed at a temperature of 450. At that time, catalyst used here is iron oxide Fe2O3 or chromic oxide Fe2 Cr2O3, that is called chromic oxide. This acts as a catalyst. So you know the uh, effect of catalyst, it
I did not
increases the rate
understand
of.
this Bosch. Some I did not understand anything in this Bosch process.
Wait for a minute. थर्ड में क्या बोलता है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज रिमूव सो यू कैन सी इन द सेकेंड रिएक्शन CO2 is produced, right? This CO2 is removed by dissolving in water under pressure or by passing it through caustic potash. You can remove CO2 by two ways, by dissolving in water or by passing it through caustic potash. ठीक है? So caustic potash is nothing but NaOH is called caustic potash. And next point is hydrogen passes out unabsorbed along with the carbon monoxide. And the carbon monoxide is removed by absorption in ammonical cuprous. ठीक है? So CO2 is removed by dissolving in water, right? Or by caustic potash, but hydrogen is unabsorbed with carbon monoxide. It is not absorbed by any molecules. So write these 3 points, then I will explain next one then. So next topic is our physical properties of hydrogen. So first point is nature. So you know hydrogen is colorless, odorless and tasteless, right? So this is the first nature of hydrogen. Next point is density. Hydrogen is lighter than air. In fact, it is the lightest of all the gases. So density is very lighter as compared to all the gases of hydrogen gas. And it is insoluble in water. Hydrogen is insoluble in water. It doesn't dissolve in hydrogen gas. ठीक है, this is the third point. Next one is fourth point, liquefaction. hydrogen liquefy below 240 degrees Celsius. When temperature reaches to minus 240 degrees Celsius at a pressure of 20 atmospheric pressure, at that time hydrogen get converted into liquid form. So this is called liquefaction. Next one is conductivity. So hydrogen is the best conductor of heat among all the gases. So it conducts 5 times better than air. So write these 5 points of the hydrogen. So this is the
Yes.
physical properties of hydrogen. So write, this is important for you as examination point of view. So write these 5 points. Next topic is chemical properties of hydrogen. So action of litmus, right? We know litmus paper, right? When acidic nature, it converts blue to red, and when is base, then it will convert red litmus to blue, right? So that time it will be base. So look at the properties of hydrogen. So hydrogen is a neutral gas, so there will be no effect on the litmus paper. So the color of most of the blue or litmus is unaffected by it. So it doesn't change the color of the litmus paper. So this is the first chemical properties of hydrogen. Next chemical property is combustibility. So hydrogen is a combustible gas, but a non-supporter for the combustion. ठीक है? Hydrogen itself burn, but it doesn't support the combustion reaction. ठीक है? But it doesn't allow the substance to burn in it. So now, ये second point, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next point is reaction of hydrogen with non-metal. So you know non-metal, right? Which is having 5, 6 or 7 electrons in its last orbit, that is called non-metal. Like chlorine, it is having 7 electrons in last orbit. Like phosphorus, it is having 285, 5 electrons are there in last orbit. Like nitrogen, so nitrogen having atomic number 7, so electronic configuration is 2,5, right? So now look at the reaction. Hydrogen when react with the chlorine, it produce hydrogen chloride. So reaction of hydrogen with chlorine is regulated by the amount of light energy it receives. So this is the first chemical reaction with the non-metal. Okay, and it produces HCl. Whenever hydrogen react with the chlorine gas, it produces HCl. Now next point is in diffuse sunlight, the reaction proceed smoothly and form hydrogen chloride gas. Okay, so there is no requirement of more sunlight. Okay, it react with the chlorine in the diffuse light of the sunlight and produce HCl. So write these 3 points, then I will explain next one. The next point. So your next point is in direct sunlight, the reaction occurs with an explosion. Okay, when we are providing more light, sunlight, that time this reaction will be explosion. So it is not controllable reaction. You can't control. So when we are reacting with the hydrogen with the chlorine, so more heat will be produced. But in the dark, no reaction occurs. Okay, unless hydrogen is absorbed in activated carbon. Okay, in the dark there will be no reaction with the chlorine. Now look at the next point B. When nitrogen react with the hydrogen, it forms ammonia. Okay, for this reaction to be happen, a specific condition should be there. Under a specific condition of temperature, pressure and catalyst, hydrogen combine with the nitrogen to give the pungent smelling called NH3. So ammonia is having pungent smell. When it reacts with the hydrogen and nitrogen, it gives 2 moles of ammonia, and this ammonia having pungent smell. So this reaction happens at a temperature of 450 degrees Celsius and a high pressure, that is 200 to 500 degrees Celsius. 500 atm. Atm means atmospheric pressure or pressure is having also unit bar. And catalyst we use here is fine divided iron. So I will use here iron as a catalyst. So write this one, these 2 points.
Sir, I wrote.
Okay, good. So look at the box, point 2 note. So pure hydrogen burns quietly in oxygen with the non-luminous pale blue flame. So when we are getting pure hydrogen, that time it doesn't produce any color like we are getting before that blue color. So when we are free from any the mixture of any mixture with the hydrogen gas, that time we are not getting the blue flame when we are burning the hydrogen gas. Okay, this is the first point, and the reaction is exothermic. So when we are burning the hydrogen gas, we are getting lot of amounts of
Sir,
energy. Yes.
sir, does the first one mean that it does not burn with a pale blue flame? Because it says it burns quietly with a non-luminous pale blue flame. So I think it burns with the blue flame.
हाँ लेकिन हाँ लेकिन उतना क्वाइट ब्लू फ्लेम नहीं मिलता है ना, नॉन ल्यूमिनस pale blue flame we are getting, but that is the pure form of the hydrogen gas now, and we are
Yes,
getting
sir,
load.
sir, we get it. So I think it says that the pure hydrogen burns quietly in oxygen with a non-luminous pale blue flame. So I think it says that it burns with a non-luminous pale blue flame.
हाँ तो वही तो मैं
Not that it doesn't. So I think you said it does not burn.
no, it burns with non-flammable pale blue flame. So we are when we are getting pure hydrogen gas now, that time we are getting uh, pale blue flame. ठीक है, and we are getting lot of amount of energy because this reaction is exothermic. ठीक है, and next point is the ability of hydrogen to produce heat when unites with the oxygen. It is a good flame. ठीक है, so hydrogen can be used as a flame or a fuel because it gives lots of amount of energy. So hydrogen gas is used in the rocket science now, or in the rocket when we are sending the rockets to the other planet. That time because its efficiency is high now, that's why we use hydrogen gas. So it acts as a good fuel also. Now look at the next point. A mixture of hydrogen and oxygen on ignition produce explosion. So we know when we are combining the oxygen and hydrogen gas, so it produces lots of amount of energy, as I have told you before. Next point is pocket of an uncombined hydrogen have caused violent explosion in underground coal mines. Sometimes explosion happens in the coal mines now due to this hydrogen gas. So this is the point. If you want to write, you can write.
Wait, is there a combustion? So you stop presenting.
Next point is hydrogen is combustible, but it doesn't support combustion. इसका मतलब क्या है, जो हाइड्रोजन है ना वो खुद बर्न होता है, लेकिन ना ये किसी को बर्न होने को सपोर्ट नहीं करता है, राइट? लाइक ऑक्सीजन जो है जैसे सपोर्ट करता है कंबसन को, बट जो हाइड्रोजन गैस इट डजंट सपोर्ट टू द कंबसन. ठीक है, जैसे हाइड्रोजन जो गैस है वो खुद बर्न होता है, ठीक है, इट डजंट सपोर्ट टू द कंबसन, इट मीन्स. So now look at the points. Burning taper is executed, extinguished, and hydrogen burns at the mouth of the jar. ठीक है, next point देखो. Introduce a lighted tamper or burning candle in a jar containing hydrogen, which is held in a inverted position. It is observed that taper or candle get extinguished at a pale blue flame is also seen at the mouth of the jar. इसका मतलब है when we are covering burning candle, that time candle will get turned off, but At the end of that point, we get the flame of due to hydrogen gas. So this is the main point.
So this so we already did. So we have to start with the next page.
Okay, okay. This show that while hydrogen doesn't support the burning of the temples of the candle, it itself burned with the flame. ठीक है? This is the conclusion of this experiment. ठीक है? Now I will start with the next. So next point is reaction with the sulfur. So when hydrogen react with the sulfur, it forms sulfur hydrogen sulfide. So it will form H2S. Okay. So you can see here it is written in the theory form. When hydrogen gas is bubbled through the molten sulfur, colorless hydrogen sulfide gas is evolved. It smells with the rotten gas. सड़ा हुआ अंडा की तरह इसका बदबू आता है. ठीक है. And it turns lead acetate paper black. So this is the indicator like litmus paper, phenolphthalein, methyl orange. So lead acetate paper will turn into black when we are reacting hydrogen and sulfur together. It will form hydrogen sulfide, and the smell of the hydrogen sulfide is rotten eggs. Okay, this is the C point. Now look at the fourth point, reaction with the metal. When hydrogen gas is passed over heated highly reactive metal, right, like sodium, potassium, calcium, it form metal hydride. So this is called metal hydride, right? So when hydrogen react with the metal, that time it forms metal hydrides. So you can write the reaction. Sodium when react with hydrogen, it forms sodium hydride. Potassium react with the hydrogen gas is formed potassium hydride. And in the similar manner, calcium react with the hydrogen gas, it forms calcium hydride. Okay, now write this reaction 3 and balance. So look at the next point. So these hydrides being unstable and decompose on addition of water to produce hydrogen gas. So whenever metal hydride react with the water molecules, it produces hydroxide and hydrogen gas is liberated. So you can see it is given on the example. When calcium hydride react with the water molecules, it produces calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas is liberated. So you can say that these metal hydrides are unstable. So its stability is very less. Okay? Because it reacts with the water molecules easily and form hydrogen gas. Now next reaction is reaction with the metal oxide. So when iron oxide react with the hydrogen, it produces iron and water molecules is liberated. Okay? So this point says that when hydrogen gas is passed over strongly with heated oxides of metal like iron, lead, copper, oxides are reduced to the corresponding metal by addition of hydrogen. Okay, by the hydrogen. So you can see that when we are using oxides of metal like iron oxide and it is reacted with the hydrogen, oxygen is removed from the metal oxides. So when lead oxide react with the hydrogen, it form lead. So you can get obtained metal pure in the pure form by removing the oxygen. Okay? Suppose you want to get the pure metal from its metal oxide, that time you can pass the hydrogen over it, you will get pure metal and water molecules. So write these points. Next property or next topic is reducing property of the hydrogen. Now look at the first point. Dry hydrogen is passed over heated black copper oxide. It taken in a combustion tube. So you can see here, this is the combustion tube in which this is black in the color. So this black color substance is copper oxide. So copper oxide color is black in nature. So whenever there is dry, when we pass the dry hydrogen gas over it, a blue flame you get here. Okay? When we are passing through also cold water. Okay, this is the candle provided. This is the setup. ठीक है. Now look at the next one. A dull red metallic residue is formed. It is identified as copper. It produces brown fumes of nitrogen oxide. So we get here nitrogen oxide N2O. ठीक है. And nitric acid, blue copper nitrate solution is formed. Nitric acid, when we are reacting with this now water, then you will get HNO3. And nature of this is colorless, odorless, and neutral vapor is given off. It passes out through the tube and condenses a color in the U2. So U2 means this is the tube in the form of U shape now. So that's why it is called U2. So this is the setup for checking the hydrogen gas flame. So write this one. Redox reaction क्या होता है? ठीक है. तो देखो, I will explain from starting. Red means reduction and ox means oxidation. ठीक है. So reduction is the addition of hydrogen, and oxidation is addition of oxygen. ठीक है. And the reaction in which both these process occur simultaneously, that time that reaction is called redox reaction. So in most chemical reaction, oxidation and reduction accompany one another. ठीक है. So when one substance is oxidized, other is reduced. ठीक है. तो एक ऐसा रिएक्शन जिसमें दोनों होता है साथ में, अगर एक ऑक्सीडाइज होगा तो दूसरा रिड्यूस होगा, दैट इज कॉल्ड रिडॉक्स रिएक्शन. ठीक है. So you can see here example. This is the redox reaction example. So copper oxide. From copper oxide, oxygen is removed, right? And oxygen is attached to the hydrogen gas. So this is the example of redox reaction. Okay. Now look at the next point. Since the two process reduction and oxidation occurs simultaneously, such reactions are called redox reaction. ठीक है. तो आपको पहले बताया था. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? लॉस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन और यहाँ पे एडिशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन हो रहा है, राइट. यहाँ पे एक और पॉइंट है, एडिशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन एंड रिमूवल ऑफ हाइड्रोजन भी होता है. ठीक है. इन द सिमिलर मैनर फॉर द रिडक्शन इज एडिशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन एंड रिमूवल ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. ठीक है. तो देखो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? रिमूवल ऑफ ऑक्सीजन हो रहा है, मतलब ये आपका रिडक्शन पार्ट है. ठीक है. और यहाँ पे एडिशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन हो रहा है, तो ये आपका ऑक्सीडेशन हो गया. सो इस रिएक्शन में बोथ हो रहा है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड रिडॉक्स रिएक्शन. ठीक है. राइट दिस पॉइंट.